All right, hello, Premiere. I'm Mason. We got another podcast for you. Everyone's crying about it, so here it is. And I'm joined today by Christian.
Don't I swear? Okay. Yep. Christian.
How you doing, Christian? How are things?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
Good.
Other than the fact that you just throw my name out to all these people, but that's fine.
They know my name. You'll be fine. Brandon gave
Okay.
a detailed demonstration on my name today. They don't know your last name. They just know your first name, Christian. Sure.
Well, that's perfect.
Would you like that, or would you like Future B Day? Like,
Nah, like the GOAT.
yeah, you got to win more than 2 games to get.
Relax. It's coming.
Is it? Yeah. We're waiting. But anyway, let's get into it. We're going to talk about 5 users that have impressed us and 5 have disappointed. So we're going to start with the 5 users who have impressed us. Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first? Do you want me to lead the way on the?
You start on the 5 users first.
All right.
Yeah.
So for me, 5 users who have impressed are, one, I think it's obvious. It's Jacob, 7-0. Now, whether he should be in the league or not, whether Real kicked the guy to get him in or not, is very debatable. It's not even debatable. We saw it happen. Real's like, all right, get out. I want Jacob in here. But
I mean,
go ahead.
yeah, Miles was my boy, so I'm a little upset about that. But, Miles is cool. He's got football to focus on, so he's not too worried about it. But, yeah, keep going.
And I think, sorry about your boy, but I mean, he's 7-0. He's clearly upped what we thought was the weakest division until the playoffs last year in the NFC West. More on that in a minute. But, he's just beaten everyone who's played. Now, he hasn't played, I wouldn't say, anyone great necessarily. A lot of division games in there against the Rams, Cardinals, that division goes. But you got to go out there and you got to win the games. And right now, he's doing it. Shaquem Griffin leads the league in interceptions with 8, somehow catching passes with one hand. And, people just keep throwing at his user. Last week, week 7, he beat Prod 28-3, which, who knows what that means anymore. Prod's very disappointing as well. But he just goes out and wins the games.
Yeah, I don't know how a guy with one hand leads the league in interceptions, but I guess that's veteran for you.
Yeah, it's broken. It's a broken game. So he would be 1. 2 for me, or another guy that I'm looking at, just looking at the standings, would be Ty at 6-1. Now, everyone remembers that year 1, Ty made the AFC Championship game, really played a tough game with Brandon. Made Rain cry enough to force rules upon us that we didn't like, but that's why that happened. Ty beat him in the submission. And last year, he kind of took a little bit of a step back. GGA joined. I don't think he was ready for GGA to kind of challenge that division. And he had the first place schedule, which means he had to play tougher amount of opponents. But right now, Ty started off 6-1. Although in tough news, Fournette just went. I think he said Fournette was injured again. If I saw that right in the chat. I can never stay up late enough to watch his games because they're always at midnight. And at that point, even I'm like, I got to,
He's got like Dalvin Cook or something as a backup, though, so he'll be straight.
Yeah,
Tosses still work with Cook.
Mm-hmm. Now, one thing about Ty, he was undefeated heading into week 7, but then lost to Juan 18-6. And you can't, he's got to be able to beat those guys. But obviously, one loss to Juan isn't going to, take away any of his start. And in fact, the fact that it was 18-6, that's a relatively close game. I actually will give Ty credit for that. Now I'm going to look real quick. I actually couldn't watch. I don't even know if it was streamed because who knows Juan. But I'm going to look real quick and see. Okay, yeah. He threw 4 interceptions. That sounds about right. Yeah, you can't do that. And he only ran the ball 3 times with whoever Washington is. And so he kind of let Juan play his game. But those are things that you kind of learn in this league. Like, you learn how certain people play and you learn how they want to beat you. And Ty's still a relatively new user. And so starting off 6-1 in this league, it's a gauntlet every week, really. Very impressive. At 3 right now, I'm going to put APO, as we've learned. That's how you say it. He is 6-1. I think he's played ramp twice. They split. And so APO really coming out and beating everyone else really in his path. He's doing it the way kind of that, we would expect him to finally do it and put it together. He's just using Ezekiel Elliott, leads the league in rushing, using an offensive line, just kind of just pounding, playing good defense. Got good defenders. He's got a good running game, and until people figure it out, he's going to keep doing that. Now, I want to say because of the strength of his schedule, he's beaten some opponents. So you're kind of like, eh. He beat Rams 13-10. I'm kind of like, you got to, yeah. I want more points and a bigger win than that. But a win's a win, I guess. And so put him at number 3. Number 4, actually, I'm going to go with Matt, who's 5-2. We were wondering about Matt, Mr. Cod. Who posted, by the way, a freaking COD stream in the chat really pissed me off because I thought there was a game going on. I look at it, it's just this dude with a fucking assault rifle, and I'm like, I was like, or submachine gun or whatever, and I'm just like, fuck this. But he played a great game with Brandon in week 7, only lost by 6, and that's actually, to me, that's a really good sign. When really ever since Brandon kind of joined that division, he's kind of looked a little bit weaker than Brandon in that respect. I mean, Brandon obviously won a Super Bowl, so that's not saying anything. But the fact that he's kind of catching up means he's probably catching up to the rest of the league as well, being that Brandon's one of the better users. And so Matt at number 4 is an improved user. He's just got to keep it going. But right now, the wild card's wide open for him to kind of just take it. In the AFC. And we'll get to more of that in a minute. I actually think there's been a little bit of a shift, but I want to wait on that. And number 5, I'm going to go with Mike as the Eagles, who's 5-2. Just missing on my list, by the way, is Bucks at 4-3. And he probably would actually be number 5 if he didn't get that Julio play, which we'll talk about in a minute. But Mike has come up, and he's kind of done the things that we thought he would do last year. I think for everyone, it takes kind of a year to get used to this league and to get used to the fact that you're not just going to be able to just come out, play the game, and win against anyone. You have to play hard against every single opponent you have. And Mike's starting to figure that out, and he's starting to play more consistently. And it kind of all came to a head in week 8 when he beat Ramp, 17-13. To me, that's a huge win. He's also beaten well, that was actually a sim, so I won't say that he beat Rain necessarily. But he's had some good games of late. Obviously, his last loss was week 5 to Dom. It's kind of a tough loss, but Dom's obviously made the NFC Championship game. And just every week in this league is a tough week. So to come out at 5-2, it's a good start to the season. NFC East all looking really strong with APM 6-1, Ramp 5-2, Mike 5-2. It's gonna be interesting to watch how that shakes out. But that's kind of my 5 improved users.
See, it's bad, but my 5 improved users are pretty much the same as your 5, but there's a little bit of a change in there. So definitely Jake is number 1 still, coming in 7-0, and that team is fucking atrocious. And he has played really nobody, yes, but winning games with that team, I don't know how it's possible, but he's getting it done. I don't know any massive win he's had. I don't know who he's beat, but you got that going for him.
I think Levon would be his biggest win.
Levon is his biggest win?
Well, let me think. If he played Dom, I'll look real quick. If he's played Dom, then I would say Dom. I remember he beat Saints early in the year. That doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, that's nothing.
He beat Dom in week 2, 24-12. So that would be. I think that's his signature win. Because if you think about who he plays, he doesn't play any first place teams. I don't think he's played the NFC North yet or the NFC East. So he's still got to play those. And he plays my division, which is atrocious.
Yeah.
He has beaten Levon.
He has 2 easy divisions to play, in my opinion, but in his own and yours. Mm-hmm. So I'd go with number 1 at Jake. Number 2, I would actually go with Matt, because I thought Matt was completely done with this game.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he wasn't going to do anything. He came out, beat the brakes off me. Wasn't expecting that. Played great. Has had a lot of good wins this season.
Played great against Gutta, by the way. I forgot to mention that.
Played great against Gutta, too, yes. And Gutta easily has the best team in this league, so it's hard. I mean, when you have 499s on a team, that's – I gave him one of those.
Yeah, you gave him one of those. I was waiting for you to stop talking, so I could feel like you gave him one, dumbass.
I got a 99 back for it though, so I'm fine. That's good.
299 raw linebackers. What kind of bullshit? God, his team is loaded, man.
All right, so then I'm gonna go APO at 3
Mhm.
because since this Madden came out, APO really has been middle to lower tier, and he finally is getting it together and playing that old APO style. Run the ball, run the ball, run the ball, play some decent defense and win games and clock management, all that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
You know, my number 4 is going to be, I don't know the Eagles user's name. I don't
Mike.
know who that is. Mike. Yeah. I know he last year had a lot of hype and really did nothing to it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't.
He won a Super Bowl in a different league than me and Brandon are in, and he beat
Okay.
both me and Brandon to do it. That's
Okay.
where the hype came from.
Okay. He had a lot of hype and did nothing with it and still had a good team. It might just be adjustment to the league or I don't know what it was, but as far as his defense, he's playing solid defense. And I don't think he's lost a single home game yet this season.
Home games matter. No one
Home
believes me.
games do matter. And I think he has not lost a single division game yet this season, which with me putting APO in there
Mhm.
is weird because above him, because Mike has not lost a single division game yet this season.
They haven't played yet, so
Okay.
that's
That'll be that division will finally be interesting. And then my last one is actually going to be the Bucks. Because the Bucks was good the first year he was in here. Then last year he went away.
Mhm.
And the games he has played this year, he's been blowing people out and playing great offense. He plays the same plays over and over again, but he's impressive. He is impressive. When you go from like the 3rd overall pick or the 2nd overall pick
Mhm.
to wild card spot, you got to give him a little bit of props on that.
Well, so we're gonna get to actually we can segue into this. Real quick about APO. We played right before the playoffs last year, and he had me on the ropes, was beating me, and I came behind and won. But I was thinking the entire time, I was like, "Yo, am I like APO was like a 6-win user?" And I was like, "Yo, am I gonna lose in the first round again?" Because he gave me everything he wanted. He was very versatile, and I was like, "What is this?" And now this makes more sense. That 6-1. This is why, because I expected first off, I expected him to just let me win. So going into the game, I was kind of like, "All right, this is APO. I always beat him. This is easy," and it was not easy. I don't always beat him, but I beat him.
Yeah, I actually remember you mentioning that when you interviewed me on the other podcast, saying that the APO game actually made you better, and I could see why. He definitely found his old ways, is what it looks like
Mhm. Absolutely.
for sure. I mean, he's playing solid defense, running the ball, and just clock management football, check downs, playing like he did when he had the Steelers last year.
Mm-hmm.
Letting his team do the work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and let's go to 5 disappointing players. You go first on this one before I just come back.
I'll go first to 5 disappointing players.
Yeah.
My first disappointing player is going to be Rain.
Well,
I don't know how the fuck you start off 2-4. I mean, you consider you you consider yourself elite in this league. I just don't know. Like I know you had a sim loss in there, but you're showing nothing. I mean, it's like I think everybody figured out his offense. Everybody figured out that all you have to do is shut down Lamar, and he's got nothing. He's really never had a defense. His offense is run around with the quarterback and scramble and roll out until he gets somebody open. Ever since the patch where they kind of fixed the crosses, he's really been shut down. And I mean, also he lost first round of the playoffs last year.
no, he made it to the AFC Championship.
Did he? Okay, yeah.
And yeah,
But
he
I
played
mean,
me. Yeah.
it kind of defeated him. but Reign's definitely going to be my first disappointment of the year.
Mhm.
My second disappointment of the year is going to be Cam, because I never knew Cam. Never heard of anything about Cam, but he had a lot. Everybody was talking about Cam when he joined the league. He's looking like Ron right now. He's put no points up on offense. He's put no points. I think he let Jake put 50 plus points up on him,
Yeah.
and Jake is fucking terrible. So I just don't. That's the end of that right there. The third disappointment is going to be myself, because
You're pretty shitty. I was gonna say you're
yeah, myself, because I thought I'd start out a lot better. I've played some close games and some good games. Are you cleaning dishes right now?
Nah, that's my roommate.
Oh, okay. Is he doing dishes?
Nah, he's moving. He's doing his own. I don't know. Are you gonna say
Okay.
this on how trash you are?
Oh no, I'm not trash. Listen, we went in.
I'm actually gonna stop this right here. To be a disappointment, you have to have expectations first. So I guess you are your own disappointment. We expected this. I actually think you've improved.
Well, thank you.
2-5 is like you're on like a 5-win trajectory there. That's better than 4. You know?
I think I'm gonna win 9, but it'll be good. It'll be good.
9.
Yeah, I disappointed myself. I hyped myself up, and I have a good ass team, so I really shouldn't be losing this many games. But I do just stupid shit all the time. So
I think
you think what?
the funny thing is you and Miles did the same thing, and I was just listening, like, yeah, they're gonna be average, and I warned you guys. I warned you. I was like, don't do it, because if you do it, then you have. That's what I did. Remember year 1? I was like, yeah. And then everyone from the NFC North who came on, they were like, yeah, we're gonna bad that. You just can't do it, because then
Well, it's
everyone
fine.
knows it and everyone's ready, and just
They can be ready. They can be ready to get beat. I shouldn't have started JT. JT was trash.
I know. I told you not to do that.
It's good though.
Why didn't you just start Bridgewater? That was the trade. That's why you made the trade.
No, that is not why I made the trade. I made the trade for Marcus Williams. We talked about this.
Yeah, but then you got a quarterback, so play the quarterback, not JT Barrett.
You're right.
You try to follow Ross's footsteps. No, there will not be another Ross. You can't. No one can do it like that.
I don't want to be Ross.
It's good.
I don't want to be Ross.
I want to be great. No.
All right. So my next disappointment is gonna be Alpha with the Bills.
Mm.
I don't know how you make the playoffs and then start off 1-6.
That's great. He's pretty much did that too.
I don't know who he's played. I have not paid that much attention. He's in your division, so I mean your division has 4 fucking bums in it. So
yeah. He played me twice, so I guess he lost to a bum 2 times.
yeah, he lost the 2 bums there. He beat somebody. I don't know who he beat.
But he lost to Jake on the Chiefs.
How do people lose to Jake?
I almost lost to Jake.
How?
Well, if you want me to be honest, we're being honest, right? In complete honesty, I just didn't take him seriously. And then it was one of those games where you don't take him seriously, and then you look up and it's like halftime, and you're like, shit, this is the same thing happened with the Rams. And I was just like, this is going to be just a rollover win. I've stopped doing that because I know those 2 almost losses were kind of like, all right, like, you know, just because you want a fucking Super Bowl doesn't mean people are going to roll over. But yeah, I beat Jake in overtime, actually. I was down by 7, and then I kind of woke up and was like, all right, fuck, like, we got to wake up. Then we got to overtime, and then I had a kick return game winner. So Jake almost beat me. If the coin toss goes the other way, he wins.
Okay, so that was my 4th, right? Or was that my 3rd?
That was your 4th.
Okay. Yeah, I think my fifth. I got to think about this for a second. It's between two users right now.
Hmm.
It's between Miley and Cliff. I think it's kind of a tie there.
Oh man,
I mean,
I left my bro Cliff. Yeah,
I love Cliff. Cliff's a great guy, but he is one of the easiest divisions to play in this league, and just has not shown it yet this year. And Miley, I had just had big praise for him, and I don't know if he's been.
That was dumb. It's fine.
Yeah, he hyped himself up. I know he went into a bad team, but he improved it a lot. So I would have to say my fifth would be Cliff, because Cliff. I don't even think Cliff had what Cliff had last year. 5 losses.
5, yeah. He's a wild card team.
He has 4 already. So that's a big disappointment, man. Cliff, if you're listening to this, stay out of the truck stops. Stop letting the women play your games.
In fairness to Cliff, he is lost because I just looked it up because I thought that his losses weren't that bad, and I was right. He's lost to Ramp, Matt. Never mind. I take it all back. He lost to Alpha. Yeah, I'm sorry, Cliff.
Yeah, Cliff is he's disappointing me right now. He's spending too much time with the lot lizards. Stay away from the lot lizards, Cliff. They're no good, man. They're whacking your gameplay down a little bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Number 1, not even close. It's Rain. I called this man a competitor last year.
He's a fucking bum.
I mean, part of the reason if someone's in your conference, I don't want to disrespect someone in my conference, so I disrespect people in the NFC.
Why don't you disrespect people in your conference?
I do when it's necessary. Is Rain not number 1 right now on this list that I'm giving you? Is he not?
You should.
Disappointment.
You should always disrespect anybody that's not yourself. But never mind. Keep going.
Humbleness is key.
Whoa. We're gonna pause this real quick. We know your number 1 is Rain.
Yeah.
We're gonna pause it at this. You just said humbleness is key.
Yeah.
When have you ever been humble?
It's on my trophy, man.
Is it on your trophy? Wait, the dildo?
Yeah.
You engraved humble?
No.
You engraved humble on that boy?
Yeah.
Is it like a ribbed effect, so it feels better when you're using it?
Exactly. Yeah, you got it.
A little Braille humble.
Do you want to get back to the Madden podcast? I bet you 10 people just.
Yes. Let's do that.
I hope you know that we have a semi-homophobic part read. By the way, I wonder if Matt would have given that to anyone else. They definitely would have been not okay and quit. I'm just throwing that out there.
People need to get some fucking balls and quit crying. That's all I gotta say.
But anyway, yes, Rain is first. He not to be brash, but I don't know what took the rest of the league so long to figure out how to stop Lamar Jackson. And I'm not gonna give the very obvious formula, but you gave it, and it's like I was just watching it because I was watching towards the end of the regular season, and I'm like, guys, it wasn't. And by the way, to their credit, everyone who played, I think it was Cedez, it was Dom, and I needed them to win so that I got the bye. And it wasn't Lamar. It was more so they couldn't score. But I was just like, you guys are just letting him pass rush you all game. Why? But whatever the case may be, people will figure it out Lamar a little bit, and I think Rain needs to adjust, or it's going to keep getting ugly. But what I will say is that we'll get to it in a minute. But Rain is first at 2 and 4 to me. I definitely agree with you actually in your top. I'll put Alpha at 2 because he was the person who, when they made the divisions, this was supposed to be the balance. Every division was supposed to have a balance, 2 people.
Alpha was supposed to be your competitor?
Yeah.
Holy shit. All right, nope. Keep going. Keep talking.
Well, yeah, that's why. Yeah, and so yeah, this is what you've seen. Made the playoffs last year, but yeah, part of that is because I kind of let him get in because I didn't really want Ty in there, but that's neither here nor there.
Are you admitting that you didn't want to play Ty in the playoffs?
Yeah, he beat me. Yep.
Well, at least you can man up on that, man. I respect you a little bit more now.
I mean, I got to let the lesser opponent. And I was playing Alpha, and I was like, this dude wouldn't beat me if we played. So I was like, I'll let him in the playoffs.
That's smart, but that's also like I think illegal.
It's not illegal. I tried to win a little. I played the game.
Didn't you play with like your third stringers?
I didn't want Ross to get hurt.
Oh, that's it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, keep going.
Number. Where am I? Number 3. I'm gonna go. I gotta go Cam. What the fuck, bro? bro. We talk strategy all. This actually might be. I might put him at number. I'm gonna put him at number 2. Fuck it. Alpha's 3. Cam's number 2 because what the fuck? We talked about strategy. We talked about what to do, what not to do. He's like, yeah, this year I'm gonna do it. And I'm like, all right, Cam. Like, I'm giving you all the tools. I give him insight that I give nobody else. I'm like, bro, just do this, do that.
Why don't I get that insight?
You gotta earn it, bro. I've known Cam for 3 Madden years.
I don't give a fuck how long you known him. Why don't I get that insight?
You already got the insight. Everyone got it after I came on the podcast and told everyone.
What podcast? The tips?
The one you were on. We talked about it. Just don't say it because you either remember it or you don't. But I gave it to you. I gave you the same advice. And the only reason I gave it to you is I was like, I can't keep giving you the same advice though. But I've been giving Cam the same advice for years. Just don't turn the ball over. And every single fucking year, I don't understand it. I don't know why. Interception.
It's an addiction. It's an addiction to throwing interceptions. Trust me. It's like you throw one interception and you're down like 14 at that point. And you're like, ooh, I want more. So you just start diving them bitches down.
I just real quick want everyone to. I'm actually gonna finish this and then I'm gonna go to a stat, which is very obvious and people don't understand. Number 4, I'm gonna. Number 4 gets kind of tricky. I'm actually gonna have to go. I'm gonna go with Real on this one because.
Ooh, Real. Okay.
He's 3-3. He keeps losing to the same guys. I just watched Nart beat him again, and the game out was 7-0. 7-0. I watched that whole thing. I took time out of my day to sit there. Well, actually, I was going on a bus, but I sat there, and I was like, I'm not going to listen to Spotify. I'm going to watch this game because I'm dedicated to the league and NFC North and yada, yada. It was 7-0. And I was like, Real, after all this time, you have Aaron Rodgers. Why can't you score? Why can't you score? Because now that the NFC East has risen, it's going to cost you a playoff spot if you can't score.
Yeah.
And it's just – and, Real was – like, I like Real. This is the only reason I'm bringing it up. If I didn't care about him, I wouldn't bring it up. But Real, learn how to throw the ball or learn how to run the ball so you don't turn – be creative. The whole time watching the game, I was like, is anyone going to try anything that's not just a deep fly route?
I thought about putting Real in mine, but I talked a lot of shit before we played, and then he beat me. Yeah. So I mean,
you're trash, but beating you is an accomplishment to me.
Suck my fucking dick, bro.
But I guess to you it is an accomplishment, so I suppose.
Just hope you're not on that schedule, nigga, because I'll blow you up by 40.
See, that's the thing. Everyone keeps trying to blow me out by 40. I'm just trying to beat you by 3. And that's why you lose. That's why everyone who plays me loses before we play the game. Number 5, I'm going to go Dom. I think Dom was caught a little bit off guard by the fact that his division actually had some talent in it this time around, in Jacob. And he's kind of got that first place schedule, and this is gonna sound harsh, but the fairy tale's over, man. It's next year's up, 3-3. That's way out of the playoffs. He lost to the Rams user recently, and remember, it's year 2.
Wait, he lost to the Rams this year?
Yeah, he lost to the Rams.
Oh my dude! Oh Lord, that's like losing to Ron.
Yeah,
that's terrible.
That's pretty bad. Again, Rams almost beat me, so I really shouldn't say that. But
well, you're ass. We've already talked about this.
Okay, yeah, I'm ass. Anywho, but yeah, Dom, you got to be better. I mean, everyone saw the playoff run. We all watched it, and so what that means is this is when it gets difficult because now the target's on your back, and you've been on the podcast too. If you're ever on this podcast, just know that it will make you better at least because you will get a big target on your back, and everyone will try to beat you. And Dom wasn't really. I mean, he wasn't brass like Miles, but doesn't matter. He's been too successful. Week 2, Jacob was like, I'm playing a guy who went to the NFC Championship game last year, right? And in this league, that's a big deal. And this is what happens. You're going to get everyone's best shot. You're going to get Miles' best shot, Jacob's best shot, Rams' best shot, and you don't know what that may mean, and you have to be ready every game. It's tough. It's difficult. It's not easy. But that's kind of taking that next step into the class of guys like I guess right now you would say a Gutta, a Nard, Juan, guys who've been doing this for a couple of Maddens because everybody know that every single person in this league. Gigi I put up there too. Brandon's kind of getting close, but he hasn't done it for multiple Maddens. But like every Madden, they know you're gonna get everyone's best shot every single season. Yada yada. It's unavoidable, and this is a really good league, and so you got to be prepared every single game.
What I have to say about Dom is he did the same thing last year, though. Kind of started out slow, and towards the end of the season, started winning and made that playoff push that he didn't make.
I'm gonna get
but I feel like he got sucker punched in the beginning of the season because he got a head on his shoulders. He's like, "Wow, all right, I'm the shit. I'm the shit now." And then somebody came in and humbled him. So now he's like in shock again. So it's going to take him a couple weeks.
Well, he's doing fine until he lost to the Rams. That's a bad.
But in the NFC, you can't. Or I think the AFC, the NFC.
We're gonna get to that in a minute. I actually want to touch on that real quick. I wanted to go over a stat. My stat of the day. We're gonna go over the most interceptions in the league. This is 8 games in, so double these numbers, and you will get what their projections are. Baker Mayfield is throwing 22 interceptions. The Browns are 0-7.
Don't talk about that.
Deshaun Watson has thrown 20 interceptions. The Texans are 1-6. Patrick Mahomes has thrown 20 interceptions. He's in the Broncos. They're 0-7. Cam Newton's thrown 18 interceptions. That's a Saints player. They're 1-6. Jared Goff has thrown 16 interceptions. That's the Rams, and he's actually somehow scratched his way to 3-4. Don't throw interceptions. It's not all that difficult. I don't know why people keep doing it, but whatever. It's not that hard. It's really not that hard.
It really isn't. It takes discipline though, and a lot of people don't have that. I don't have that. The game against Nard was the first game that I wasn't out there just slinging it, trying to throw interceptions.
Mm-hmm.
And I was actually in the game. I missed, I want to say, 2 field goals and 2 extra points.
Mm-hmm.
That I was really mad about. It would have made the game a lot closer. I felt like I could have won that game. But I even told you, I chatted you and told you that, not throwing interceptions, that seems to work a lot.
Yep. It's crazy. And it's tough because I'm a user who loves to pass. And so I use Ross, and I realize that they definitely nerfed down. If your quarterback can't throw, you're in trouble now. And Ross has been in a little bit of trouble, and it sucks because I want to throw touchdowns. I only have 9 touchdowns in 8 games, but it's what you got to do. It's like
9 touchdowns. Oh, that's shitty.
It is shitty, but I just looked it up because I didn't even know the numbers, but it's about wins. I mean,
but you're undefeated, so
do you want to win?
I mean, yeah, the fucking Chiefs quarterback leads the league in yards, but he also leads the league in interceptions, or has 13 interceptions, so it's fun.
That's 3-4. That's how you do that. But I want to talk about something today that is newly arising. I'm here to say that with the addition of Jacob, as of today, It is unavoidable. The NFC is better than the AFC as a whole, top to bottom.
Yes, unarguably.
And it's not even close, actually. So I'm just gonna just based on what we did last year, you know, with how I was like, yeah, top to bottom record, the weak division. The weakest division right now in this league is the AFC North.
I was going to say it before you said it. That division
And
is.
the only division which makes it even close is mine. So that's two weak divisions right there. I guess third you could say NFC South. Bucks, but Bucks is looking kind of good. I'm just looking. I mean, you can't say AFC West is loaded. AFC South has Ty and GGA, who are both 5-1.
Yeah.
Ty 6-1. NFC North, I'm still gonna give them respect over you guys. No offense, but
You're gonna give the okay.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna say Real's better than you. Yes. I'm gonna say Juan's better than Bucks. Yeah. I gotta.
Yeah, that's a good division. That is a good division. It is.
I'm gonna say Pop's better than the Saints. So I'm gonna go with that and go on that limb. But yeah, and the reason is because like I said, the AFC North has just been a flat out disaster to the point where naming Rain is disappointing. He should easily still win this. Not easily, because I think either him or Cliff is gonna rise. But CDES leads the division right now at 3-3.
If CDES is leading your division, there's a problem.
That's a problem. And to break it down even further, just to look at the AFC playoff race, just to give a background, 8-0 Pats, Ty 6-1, Brandon's 5-1 with the loss. He wouldn't have lost to Levon. I know it's going to be like
hold up, he's going to be 5-2 tomorrow though.
Okay. Jeez. All right. You play him next?
Yep.
Your schedule's ass.
My schedule is fucking hard, man. I don't know how you win fucking 5 games and get that schedule. It's terrible. But
you get the division.
I get it was just bad. But it's all right. I'm gonna beat them. It'll be good.
Good luck with that. GGA is 5-1, and Matt's 5-2. But outside of those teams, you have the CDES at 3-3. And guess who would just be right outside? These are your teams who are on the bubble in the AFC. Jake at 3-4, Levon at 3-4, Cliff at 3-4, Miles at 3-4.
Yeah, that's just not good.
That's fugly, man. I don't even know what to say to that.
That's just not.
That's disgusting. And after, it doesn't matter, and we're not. We'll obviously bring this debate up later when Madden's fully over, because there's always a debate. Which conference is better, AFC, NFC? It's just a fun debate to have, to be honest with you. It's fun to just shit talk as a conference. But I will say right now at this second, this isn't talking about the top echelon, but depth-wise, the NFC's better.
Yeah, a lot better.
The NFC East is just dogging the AFC North right now. Just dogging them. I don't know if that'll change. Well, I leave it out. But then you look at the NFC side and you talk. Jacob leads the conference right now at 7-0. And whether he has or hasn't played tough teams, he still beat Dom, who made the NFC Championship game, and that's got to be respected. So.
And it doesn't matter about playing tough teams when your team looks like that.
And the Seahawks play tough games for the rest of the season, pretty much.
The Seahawks are probably the worst team in this league, I would say, roster-wise.
Yeah, they don't have. Yeah.
They don't have really anything on that roster.
That's a fair point. But yeah, Jacob 7-0. Guttis 6-1. He only lost. Oh, who did he lose to? Who did he lose to? I forget who he lost. I think he lost to the Bucks. He lost to the Bucks the first time that they played.
You're like lagging.
Yeah, sorry, my bad. That happens.
You said Gutta lost to the Bucks.
Yeah, Gutta lost to the Bucks.
I'm telling you, you guys are sleeping on the Bucks. The Bucks is good.
The only reason that he's not in the wild card race, in the wild card 6th spot right now, and B, in my top 5 impressive players was because of a Hail Mary throw, or he would have beaten Gutta twice and been leading the division, actually.
Yeah. And he plays the same plays over and over again.
Well, I don't care about that unless we play.
Yeah, which, I mean, that's fine. But I don't think that'll last much longer around here. But if he goes on a long run in the playoffs, he'll get eliminated first round of the playoffs, and if not, second round, because of his play style. And he would probably not be in the league anymore after that point, I imagine.
Didn't he beat you?
Oh, he blew me out.
Trash.
But
anyway.
All right, fuck. Well, play me. Play me.
One year we'll play.
No, we will never play. Because you'll run away and win a fucking force win or something.
I'll run. Anyway, let me finish this. Nard at 5-1, Apo at 6-1, and here we go. The last 3 teams. This is going to be a shock to people who really aren't paying attention. Apo at 6-1, Ramp at 5-2, Mike at 5-2. That would mean that right now, as of today, Keemon, they're going to play Wednesday, and I want you to pick this game. But Juan and Nard play tomorrow. Who you got, by the way, in that game?
Oh, Juan's going to kill Nard.
Nard already beat Juan this season, though.
Juan's not losing twice to Nard.
Okay. That's fair. But that means that they would both be 5-2. So you would, if Juan won, I think Nard.
You want me to pick this money line? You trying to put $20 on it?
I don't put money on anything that's me involved. I'll bet you on what I'm gonna do. I don't trust you. I think not.
You really think Nard's gonna beat Juan twice?
Yep.
I played Nard, and I played Juan. Nard's got nothing on Juan.
It's not about that. It's year 3 at this point.
Yeah, I know.
The more you play someone, you figure them out. And I'm telling you, this is what I've been trying to tell people for since last year. Juan is not that difficult to figure out. Now, he does what he does better than anybody else. But once you figure him out, it's like, all right, then it's just about execution. Everyone gets all shook because before they play Juan, they're like, all he does is this or all he does is that. No, Juan's more versatile than you think. It's not like he's doing the same thing all game. But once you see what you see, I'm trying not to get into a scheme or whatever. Once you understand it, it's like, oh, boom, boom, boom.
I can say one thing about Nard, actually.
But that's anybody. That's anybody.
I've been blown out. The Bucks completely destroyed me week 1, but I was not ready for that. And I think also Real beat me bad.
And who didn't beat you? Stop talking about people who beat you.
You shut the fuck up, Mason. This is my turn. Nard, I could not stop his offense regardless. I don't know what the fuck. He always has. I could not get any pass rush. I could not get any coverage. Nard had the best offense that I've seen yet in this league. But Gutta, with that team, if he doesn't win a bowl, he's a disappointment.
Anyway, but yeah, so that's the kind of the state. And by the way, Bucks we've talked about, he's 4-3. This is why, for the record, I put Dom and Real as disappointments. They can't afford to lose any games. They're at 3-3. They need to go on a run to have a chance at the 6th seed.
Yeah,
because they're not going to win the division, and the 6th seed is looking like a tough thing. I don't know. Can't even think of the right phrase.
I'm going to be completely honest. Bucks will probably disappear again around week 10, so you'll be good with that.
They still got to get over either Juan, Mike, Ramp, or APO.
Yeah, and the NFC is just there's too many good players in there. And the whole trying to even division out and stuff like that just did not work.
Now, hold up. Wait just a minute here. AFC was better just last season.
The AFC looked better last season. looked better. That's all I gotta say.
What does that even mean?
It only looked better. It was not better.
All right, don't make me go where I'm gonna go. But
Go where you gotta go. Go where you gotta go.
Humbleness is key. I'm not gonna do it.
No, I need you to do it. The podcast
looked better. What kind of bullshit?
The podcast needs you to do it. Do it. Say what you gotta say. Be honest. Let's get on the table here, bud.
No, I will say. Here's what I will say. In full honesty and clarity, Gutta was.
Hold up. No. Hold up. Before you even start, there was one addition to the NFC, and that was Jake.
That's a big addition.
And you already said the NFC is better by far this year.
Well, let's roll something back.
So no. Well, no, I'm talking right now.
Yeah.
By far better. So that one player made the NFC by far better than the AFC.
Is it my turn to talk?
It is your turn.
Is it my turn? Can I get my time?
All right. This is Skip and Shannon.
Here's what I'll say. The NFC got 2 additions this offseason. It was actually 3. Mike
was here last year.
He was not as good. APO
what do you mean not
was
as
not
good?
as
He's the same player. He's
not the same player. What do you do? You're talking all year about how you're going to be a different.
I'm talking additions. I'm talking additions.
That's
additions.
And you got an addition by our subtraction. Rain stinks now. I think I might have broke him. I hope he's okay. but like whatever happened in the AFC Championship game has clearly carried over. And he's busy. He's working. He's got a big way. He's been working all these hours.
Who has Rain?
Yeah, the Giants broken his spirit. I don't know, man. He does things now.
What? You broke him?
I'm just. I don't know what happened, man. I didn't.
Okay.
I was like, oh, I just beat. I don't know. But like, it happened with Gutta. Gutta broke Dom. You can get broken. Look, he's broken. He's 3-3. He broke him. He lost to the Rams.
Dom was shitty to start last season too. That'll change.
Will it?
You never know. It's week 8. It's week 8.
10-6 doesn't get you in, man. I'm looking at it right now. 10-6 will not get you in the NFC. He was 8-8. What did he turn? Okay. We need to stop him here. This is. We need to remember that Dom career-wise in this league is like, if you take 8-8, you got those 2 playoff wins, and then you get 3-3, right? So he's like
minus 500.
No, he's a 13-11 player. He's like
8-8, 3 playoff wins. Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. Okay.
So it's like we have to remember that he went 8-8 because the NFC was that bad last year. So that's what needed to get cleared up. Jacob cleared it up. Now at least someone looks like they're going in every division in the NFC look like they're going to win 11, 12 games, which is what happened in the AFC last year. But in that, Rain's broken. And I don't know I think Cliff has just had a tough schedule, but it's not going to get
it's a lot of lizards for Cliff.
Yes. I mean, you can't lose to Alpha. I'm sorry. You can't.
Cliff is out here having fun in the pilot fucking parking lots.
Now let me say what I was gonna say.
Okay, say it.
Gutta was the best player that I played last. Brandon was such a tough game too, but me and Brandon know how each other are gonna play, and Gutta was throwing shit at me that I was like, "Well, what the fuck?" Like you're playing, and this is the tough thing about playing in a Super Bowl. You're playing the game, and then you're playing someone who you haven't played all Madden, right? And then they throw some things at you, and you're like, well, they're not playing like everyone else plays. Like, you know what I mean? To get to that point in this league, you can't just do copy cutter shit. You have to actually have like a little bit of your own scheme. And Gutto's throwing things at me, and I was like, whoa, what the fuck?
Yeah, Gutto's got that. He's got that skill, and he's got the best team in the league. He's a problem.
Those Freeman spins, I was just like, I don't know what the fuck I was supposed to do about this. I was like, I have no idea what the fuck. He just spun me out and then gets 10 yards every play. He's running sideways, hits circle, and his player somehow is facing the right way, and then 5 yards up the field. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
I play him twice a year. I know. I just give up. I just set on defense. I just set my controller down sometimes. I'm like, fuck it, I'm done.
And then Julio cannot be guarded by anyone.
And even if he is guarded, he gets the fucking catch.
Yeah,
it's terrible. And Ridley's 99 now too, so it's the same shit.
And then his tight end can beat your cornerbacks, which is stupid.
It's done. It's done. It's done. Gutter's getting the bowl this year. It's done. It's done.
Bucks almost beat him though. He still got to win the game.
Bucks is good, but Bucks is cheesy as shit. Bucks is the new done.
That's extreme.
No, once
Super Bowl stuff.
Once people widen, as far as the way he plays.
Okay.
Once more people in the league play him and see. I don't.
Some Bucks strong comments coming at it.
Yeah, Bucks is the new done.
Okay.
Let's talk about.
Well, I didn't finish what I was going to say.
Keep going. You finish. Finish.
But what I was gonna.
You're the host. You finish.
What I was gonna say was Gutta. We have to keep in mind Gutta. As much as like, I think it was like Brandon and Gutta were like hand in hand. Gutta blew out everybody in the NFC to the point where people were like, oh, he's gonna beat Mason by 10 because he was just. It looked like he was an unstoppable juggernaut for most of the game. He was an unstoppable juggernaut. But like, let's like put it in perspective.
Time out.
Gutta blew out the NFC team.
Time out. It's juggernaut, not juggernaut. Juggernaut. Yes. Little English lesson.
I hate you.
Okay, keep going.
That's it. That's all I got. So we can't act like I really just whatever. But we can't act like he had some tougher road in the NFC. Now, part of that is because Dom beat Juan, but if you're getting upset by 8 and 18, I mean, the NFC North came apart in the playoffs. And if that happens again, who the fuck knows? But just to put that in perspective.
Okay, we done with that subject now?
Yeah, we're done with that subject.
All right, now let's talk about actual players in the league.
Yeah, who's getting spammed the most? All right, it's gonna be fun.
Not who's getting spammed. Who's having surprising stats? Who's surprising you right now?
I mean, Tyreek Hill has 1,300 fucking yards. I don't know what the hell to do with that. It's clear just the ball deep to him every play.
Has Jake not had a couple sims though?
Nah, Jake just does that. He actually got me with one of those passes to Tyreek Hill.
Okay.
Tyreek Hill is 1,300 yards on 31 catches.
Yeah, because his quarterback's doing not that great, but all right. So who else?
Ezekiel Elliott, obviously 7.6 yards to carry. 700 yards. Not like it's necessarily surprising because it is still Ezekiel Elliott, but the fact he hasn't led the league in the rest of the last couple of years. I'd also put Ronald Jones getting you third league in rushing, 7 touchdowns. Shaquem Griffin, 8 interceptions. That's very impressive. And Jeremiah Attachu. Only an 81 overall, but somehow for Dom, he's getting him 10 sacks, which after he roasted him for trading a defensive player, to have that kind of success is very impressive. Also, Dean Lowry somehow getting 9 sacks for Jacob. I don't know how the fuck that's happening. As a D tackle. He is really doing it with smoke and mirrors, man. Jesus.
Damn, you're not giving any of these Panthers players any love, I see.
I see the Panthers at 2-5, so.
I mean, fuck. You see Dom and Jake at their records too, and you're loving those fucking players.
They're not 2-5. They have 3 wins. Maybe the
Well,
Panthers get 3 wins.
I'm not in the. Oh Lord. Okay. I mean, Xavier Woods. He's not putting things on for you at safety, leading the league in tackles.
No, because if your safety leads the league in tackles, that's not good.
I mean, he plays middle linebacker 90% of the time, but still.
So he's cheesy.
Yeah.
Still no.
My boy Curtis Samuel. He's not doing anything for you. Come on.
All right. Well, thank you guys for listening. He clearly wants to just circle jerk himself, and he's not going to talk to me. So that seems like a good time.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. All right, let's talk about good players in this league right now.
I just did. I'm waiting for you. It's your turn.
All right. Well,
Mac Dre for the Bears. Give him some credit. Second in the league in receiving yards, for 700 yards, 7 touchdowns.
I see. Prod went out and made a big move for Deshaun Watson. Has thrown 7 touchdowns and 20 interceptions. I'm sorry. All right, no.
Thank you guys for listening. I can't.
That was just the first. That was the big guy that just popped up. But right now,
we'll see what we has another one now. I'm just gonna have a go, guys.